Are you tired of seeing people post their joyous, got-hitched pictures on the gram? You're happy for them, but it makes you wonder when you'll find that one true love. But here's the thing you don't know. Being single is actually so much better than being committed, especially for a man. From having the best physique to having every kind of freedom, the benefits of being a single man are endless. Number 10. You stay on top of your fitness. From all the romantic movies and marriages around, you must have noticed one interesting thing. As the romantic relationship progresses, the man, most of the time, starts gaining a little weight. Well, guess what? There's actually some science behind it. First off, research suggests that people who are in happy, content relationships tend to gain a few extra pounds along the way. Surprisingly, weight and time in a relationship are directly proportional to each other. Men in particular are a bit different from women when it comes to eating habits. While men are dining with their partners, they eat more than when they're dining alone. The presence of a loved one gives their brain a green signal to indulge more. Moreover, married men have a pattern as well. They become less preoccupied with their appearance. Before getting into a serious relationship, men are more focused on their physique and staying fit. It makes sense. When you're single, you still have to play the dating game, and for that, you need to be on top of your fitness. Married men, or men in serious relationships, start trading in their gym sessions for cozy nights on the couch. As it turns out, one of the unintended benefits of being single is good health. Wouldn't you want that for as long as you can have it? Number 9. Financial freedom. We shouldn't have to tell you that relationships come with a pretty hefty price tag. Let's break down the dollars and cents of it all to see how much financial freedom you have while being single. When you're dating, every dinner date, movie night, thoughtful gifts, and even flowers add up quicker than counting your money. And before you know it, you've spent a cool grand on these romantic gestures. Love, friends, comes with a pretty substantial bill. Don't even get us started on what happens after marriage. However, if you're spending that single life, your wallet can take a breather. Being single gives you the financial freedom you didn't even realize you needed. Don't believe us? Go ask one of your married friends. They'll surely tell you to stay single as long as you can. Number 8. Strong sense of self. One of the biggest drawbacks of being in a relationship, especially for a high-value man, is the difficulty they face in maintaining a strong sense of self. There's no doubt that your ultimate goal as an adult is to achieve autonomy. In simple terms, you need to be the boss of your psychological independence. It's all part of who you are. When you're in a relationship with someone, there's always a risk that your sense of self starts to mix up with your partner's. You lose sight of your identity. It's normal for this to happen, even in healthy and happy relationships. You find it hard to distinguish yourself from your partner. You can take steps to preserve your sense of self, but that's also a difficult path to navigate. Most men give up. So if you're single, you should count your lucky stars. You should take this time and build on constructing a rock-solid sense of self. The best part? This self-discovery will actually help you in forming healthy future relationships. Number 7. Social freedom. This is a hot topic. Relationships and shifting social dynamics affect people more than they say. It comes naturally with the territory. Coupled people prioritize spending quality time with their partners and their families than they would outside. And even when they do go outside to socialize, they always have their partners with them. Your game nights with the boys become movie nights with your partner. Your fishing trip with your work buddies becomes a romantic getaway for the weekend with your significant other. If you survey men in relationships, you would find a shocking difference in the number of new people they have interacted with after deciding to settle down. When you're with someone, your social calendar starts to look a bit empty. But if you're flying solo, you're all about meeting new people and mingling. No holds barred. Don't you love this sweet taste of social freedom? Number 6. Spontaneity. Relationships are all about patterns and routines. Well-oiled and all, but if we're being honest, it becomes boring. Even if your partner isn't a drill sergeant, your life tends to fall into predictable patterns. When you're with someone, you can kiss spontaneity goodbye, or you can plan spontaneous events. Sounds a bit boring, right? That's the thing. When you're not single, you can't switch things up in your life without consulting your partner first. You have to make sure your schedule aligns with them and all. However, when you're single, you can do anything you want on a whim. From fishing trips to simply ordering a pizza, you got it. The endless negotiations or schedule coordination is out of the picture. It keeps life simple and sorted and saves so much time. Number 5. Independence. Sure, commitment has its own perks, but can those perks replace the thrill of being in charge of your own life? We don't think so. When you're single, there are no compromises. Your decisions are yours and yours alone. There are no direct recipients or dependents who get affected by them in any way. A simple example of this would be wanting to watch a football game. You don't have to compromise and change up the channel mid-game just because your partner wants to watch something else. You're the referee of your own entertainment choices. And if you ever feel like going out at night, you can do it with no worries. There's no accountability to worry about. The thing is, most people take this lack of commitment for granted. You rush into settling and getting into a relationship that you miss out on your solo adventures. These are important for your soul. Cherish them. Number 4. Craft your own routine. One of the underrated perks of being single is the ability to craft your own routine. Your time is truly your own, and it gives you the power to adjust your day the way you see it fit. Now here's where this idea gets more interesting. Research backs this up. When you have a structured routine and consistent meals and bedtimes, it boosts your overall quality of life. And not only that, it also boosts your mental well-being. Being single in this regard is actually the blueprint for a healthier and happier life. Have you been wanting to start your own fitness channel? You can go for it. You don't have to worry about matching times with your partner to create content. It's all about creating a routine that works best for you, and one that gives you spontaneity to do whatever you like. Trust us, you'll miss this when you commit yourself to someone else. Number 3. Good sleep. This is one benefit you won't hear from anyone else. A blissful good night's sleep. When you're single, you've got a golden ticket to peaceful sleep. The deal is, relationships mean you have to adapt to your partner's sleeping schedule and habits, or else it's a big drama and all. These differences lead to sleep loss and even a few nighttime quarrels. But guess what? When you're solo, you're the star of your own sleep show. Think about it. You can snore as loudly as you want, and it won't disturb a soul. You've got the entire bed to yourself, so you can roll back and forth whenever you want. The only thing that'll wake you up is your alarm clock. Isn't that a beautiful thing? When you become committed, you'll think back to these times and you'll wish you valued it more. Number 2. Flirting. Can you guess who has the most freedom to dip his toes into the dating pool? Unattached guys. When you're single, flirting becomes your playground. There's no one holding you back from casting your charm on anyone who catches your eye. You can polish your skills, you can meet new women, and you can become the heart catcher. It's all about shifting your perspective a little bit. Being single is attributed to being lonely. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, it's a time of excitement and freedom to admire the beauty of others without any strings attached. Number 1. Focused career. This is the most crucial aspect of being single, and it often stirs up quite a debate. One of the things that gets affected the most when you're in a relationship is your career. It doesn't matter if you have a good work-life balance. Relationships are a barrier for you to advance in your career. Imagine you get a fantastic job opportunity out of town. If you're committed, it's most likely you're going to turn that down. The ties of a relationship make it tricky to say yes to opportunities that require taking risks. Similarly, if there's a need to spend those extra hours at the office, you might have to pass up on it because you've got someone waiting for you at home. All of this goes away when you're unattached. You can do whatever seems right for you, and whatever is necessary for you to reach the heights of the ladder. Your advancement comes with no strings attached, and we can't think of anything better than that. Are you ready to embrace the single life? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to hit that like button for more content just like this.